as it is being developed. Currently, the subdivisions of Middlebrook, reserves at Cedar Creek, and Riverside at Cedar Creek are all under construction, adding 232 single-family residences to Sherwood. In addition, there is a pre-application for the Cedar Creek Garden subdivision to add an additional 40 residences, and we can anticipate that as Brookman Road area is developed, many more residences will be constructed. One of the greatest problems that Brookman Road concept plan had to deal with was connecting these citizens of Sherwood to the core of Sherwood, including schools and the vibrant downtown. Because of the railroad, there are few options for automobile traffic, but there are opportunities for pedestrian and bicycle traffic. If nothing is done, the railroad tracks will become the default pedestrian access to downtown, something that I'm sure that the city would like to avoid. One of the first opportunities is a connection between Brookman Road and Redfern Drive. This could be the first pedestrian connection from Brookman Road, allowing access to Archer Glen Elementary in downtown Sherwood. There are other opportunities, however, before they can be visioned, there is a challenge of Cedar Creek. I suggest that a pedestrian bridge should be considered connecting the east and west sides of Cedar Creek. It is my hope that this council will consider adding a pedestrian crossing of Cedar Creek at Redfern Drive as part of the capital improvement project for future planning. This will open the east end of Brookman Road addition to pedestrian access of Archer Glen School in downtown Sherwood. Thank you and welcome back.
Thank you, Neil.
Thanks.
Anyone else like to address council? Yes, please. Welcome, Corey.
Thank you. I was not planning to do this, but I just thought I would take the opportunity. My name's Corey Kersley. I'm the Executive Director for the Sherwood Chamber of Commerce. And I just wanted to take a minute, since the opportunity presented itself, to thank the council for all of their work and their time that they put in to serve our community. I don't know that most of our community understands the time and effort that they have to put in to make our city function, and they don't get a lot of pay for it, and they don't get any pay for it. But if you look at the packet that they have to prepare for each city council meeting, you'll see that sometimes they're hundreds of pages long, and so there's a lot of homework outside of these council meetings that they have to put in to make the city function. I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you, Corey. Anyone else like to address council? Awesome. Next on our agenda is presentations. We've got two exciting presentations. First, is Lewis Johnson able to be here today? Unfortunately not, but want to recognize Lewis Johnson, a young man in our community that achieved the rank of Eagle Scout recently. It's not easy to do if you've ever tried or succeeded or been involved. We'd like to recognize our youth in lots of different ways, and doing well in Scouts and achieving something like this in Boy Scouts is a credit to himself and his family and friends. And we invite him to come back to explain or talk or even submit stuff, and we'll brag about his project. Because to become an Eagle Scout, usually it's a large project to benefit the community in some fashion, and it requires getting lots of people to help you and potentially raising money or getting donations. And so on behalf of the Sherwood City Council and the City of Sherwood, we congratulate Lewis Johnson and congratulate you for your outstanding achievement of attaining the rank of Eagle Scout, and we will send you a certificate of achievement for that. Next, we are going to do something super cool, and that's recognize our 2021 Ramen Festival Maid Marion Court. And in person, and I was at the event crowning our Maid Marion just a month ago or so. It was the first community gathering event that I participated in since the pandemic started, and it was so cool. It was outside. at Stella Olson Park on the stage. Had a nice, great crowd of friends and family of members of our court. So come forward and I'll come around and recognize these outstanding young women.
Good evening, Mayor Mays, Sherwood City Council members, those in audience tonight, and Sherwood citizens watching at home. I'm Christine Mulkey, chaperone for the Sherwood Ramen Festival's Maid Marion Court, and I'm pleased to come before you tonight to present to you the 2021 Maid Marion Court. The fine young women of this court are very proud to have become this year's ambassadors of the city of Sherwood and of our community's festival. I would like to begin the court's presentation with our Maid Marion and her senior court. Anna Phillips is a sophomore at Sherwood High School. Throughout the pandemic, she has engaged in speech and debate club where she made it in state championships. Anna loves to play outside with neighbor kids, walking her dogs, painting, baking, and sewing. Currently, she is spending her afternoons at the jiu-jitsu gym training for her blue belt. She hopes to help others learn self-defense through jiu-jitsu when she gets older. In the future, Anna hopes to major in engineering after she graduates from high school. She loves learning how machines work and even built her own computer. Anna is looking forward to helping out in her community through Maid Marion Court again this year. Anna Phillips. Madeline Green is a sophomore at Sherwood High School where she enjoys musical theater and choir and is also part of the Mixolydian a cappella group. In her free time, Madeline loves exploring the unknown by going on hikes and road trips with family and friends. She loves the Sherwood community and is very excited to represent Sherwood through the Ramen Festival's Maid Marion Court this year. Madeline Green. Anya Lindgren is a native Sherwood resident. She has enjoyed the Ramen Festival her whole life. She's finishing 8th grade at Sherwood Middle School. Anya cares about people. She reaches out to others with homemade treats, gifts, and surprises, loves to play games with family and friends, and uses her musical talents on the piano to serve in church. When things are quiet, Anya is reading, cuddling her house rabbit, Cracker Jack, or outside biking. She also participates on a local swim team. Anya is grateful for this year to serve with the Maid Marion Court, interacting with the people of Sherwood. Anya Lindgren. Keely McCauley is a junior at Sherwood High School. She is a tri-sport athlete. She plays soccer, basketball, and tennis. Her favorite subjects are math, chemistry, engineering, and architecture. As she progresses to her senior year, she hopes to attend a college for mechanical engineering or marine biology. Outside of school, she enjoys going on hikes, camping, boating, skiing, and hanging out with friends. She enjoys volunteering to help with the community where she can through sports camps and volunteering for the Blanchett House. This is Keely's second year on the Maid Marion Court. She served on the junior court in 2012. She's excited for the opportunity to take part in the Ramen Festival again. Keely McCauley. Complementing the Maid Marion Senior Court is the Maid Marion Junior Court. This year, these ladies come from Archer Glen and Ridges Elementary. Elsa Crow is a third grader at Archer Glen Elementary where she is doing Oregon Battle of the Books and participated in the 2020 talent show. Her favorite subjects in school are math, science, and writing. Outside of school, she loves figure skating, playing guitar, VPA, art, hanging out with friends, and caring for her animals. Bike riding, taking walks, baking treats, watching movies, and playing board games are her favorite activities to do with her family. Elsa enjoys helping others and volunteers at the Gardener's Bunny Boutique Hop-Up Shop in Old Town Sherwood this past spring. She's very excited to make new friends on the court, serve her community, and take part in the Ramen Festival. Elsa Crow. Karis Leonard has lived in Sherwood all her life. She's a third grader at Archer Glen Elementary where her teacher has nicknamed her Caring Karis. In addition to her passion of helping others, her favorite subjects are math, science, and reading. Outside of school, Karis loves spending time with her friends, caring for her dog Lucy, playing piano, and up for any sort of game with her two brothers. Although she still wants to be a teacher when she grows up, she has found a new passion in acting. Karis is thrilled about the opportunity to represent Sherwood on the Maid Marion court and make a difference in the community. Karis Leonard. Lexi Lumley is very excited to be an ambassador and represent Sherwood in as many events as possible this year. She's in 4th grade at Ridges Elementary. In past years, she has participated in the school talent show with her dance routines. Lexi's favorite subjects are reading and writing. She has 2 younger brothers, Laramie and Lennox, and the 3 of them enjoy playing Minecraft together. Lexi also loves getting together with friends to talk and play. Her favorite sports are basketball and volleyball. She's currently playing softball with the Fireballs. When she grows up, she hopes to become a lawyer. Lexi Lumley. And last but not least, we have Adeline Wagner. She's a 2nd grader at the Ridges Elementary. She enjoys reading, math, and science. At school, she looks forward to art classes and snack time with her friends. Outside of school, she loves to dance, go on bike rides, camping, hiking, swimming, and play dates with her friends. She also enjoys helping her younger brother, Henry, practice his sports. She has a passion for art and dance. She will soon be in her 2nd ballet recital with Sherwood Dance Academy. She dreams of one day being an artist and sharing her love for art. Adeline is excited for this opportunity to serve her community and to be a part of the Ramen Festival. Adeline Wagner. And I think most of you know how to hip hip huzzah as you've been around the Ramen Festival through the years, but we like to hip hip huzzah instead of clap. So we're going to go ahead and give 3 cheers to the 2021 Maid Marion Court. Hip hip huzzah! Hip hip huzzah! Hip hip huzzah! Thank you, Mayor Mays and City Council for taking the time to recognize our 2021 Maid Marion Court.
Say anything about this group? Yes, go ahead and sit down. What a wonderful group of young women representing our community. Congratulations to each and every one of them, and congratulations to mom and dad and families for their support, and it's wonderful. The Ramen Festival is just around the corner. Ish. It's happening, that's the important thing.
Those of you in the back row can move up now if you'd like.
Completely optional. So, next on our agenda is public hearings. We have 1 public hearing this evening. Sylvia, would you read, please?
The Sherwood City Council will hold a public hearing this evening to receive testimony on Ordinance 2021-007, vacating city right-of-way located along the east side of Southwest Park Row Avenue and south to southwest of Willamette Street. This is the first hearing on this item. The public hearing this evening will be conducted as follows. Staff will present a staff report. Questions, if any, by the City Council for staff. We will receive any written or verbal testimony. We will then open the public hearing for testimony, and the time limit will be set at 4 minutes. We will then close the public hearing. No other comments will be heard from the public. Final comments by staff, questions of staff, if any, by the council, followed by discussion by the council. This is the first hearing before the City Council on this item. Generally, the council will hold 2 hearings prior to making a decision. A second hearing on this item is currently scheduled for August the 3rd. However, in accordance with the city charter, the council reserves the right to make a decision at the close of this hearing by a unanimous vote of all sitting council members.
Welcome, Bob.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, members of the council, the ordinance before you is for vacation of a right-of-way, the Park Row right-of-way located off Willamette Street. This particular vacation was submitted as a request by a property owner who lives adjacent to Park Row right-of-way. The staff report shows this as being 15845 Southwest Willamette Street, tax lot to South 132B, 4400. This vacation was presented as a private citizen request versus a city sponsored request. So the notifications and the public postings and everything like that were a little bit more stringent, and we accomplished all those according to state ORSs. So there has been public posting at 3 or 4 different sites around the city, and we also posted on the property itself. The applicants, Eric and Sarah Olson, also got a petition together of residents along Park Row and the adjacent area, and had support for this vacation request from those citizens. So the actual vacation of the right-of-way itself is supported by citizens who also live adjacent to and opposite the Olsons on Park Row. The Park Row vacation basically is, there's a exhibit in the ordinance itself that has an attachment. It's Exhibit A. So the idea is this is the area that is being vacated back to, or vacated to the Olsons. City staff has reviewed this vacation, and the vacation itself does not impact any public infrastructure. Basically, all the public infrastructure, the storm, sanitary, water, is outside this vacation. So the actual vacation of this right-of-way does not impact any of the public infrastructure that the city would want to maintain, either through easements or anything like that. It's still in a public right-of-way, the remaining portion of the Park Row right-of-way. And it's sufficient for providing access to the homes down there. So there's only 2 or 3 homes down there, and it's still a public right-of-way. The
5 homes.
city staff, including Public Works, have basically signed off on this, and that's why we presented it to you, is because they've met all the criteria for requesting the right-of-way vacation. So that is why we're bringing it to you. Per city or state standards, basically this vacation and reassignment of the property to the Olsons does not impact any property values adjacent to. So it does not impact any of the other property owners adversely in any way. And it probably will make the Olson property a better property from the standpoint, if you look at it right now, it is a very odd shape, and it has a very distinctive unusable portion of it, if you want to call it unusable, but it basically makes that lot very difficult to deal with. This correction to it would clean it up quite a bit. The Park Row right-of-way is not going to be extended in the future. The vacation of the Park Row right-of-way from the original plat back in 1912 of this roadway, the northern portion was vacated a long time ago to allow private development. So vacating this portion of this particular right-of-way will not impact any future traffic or transportation needs that the city may have. The applicants have paid the fees for this, and all of those fees will become all the recording fees and everything like that, so it doesn't pay the city, it doesn't cost the city anything to do this. In fact, it becomes a chargeable income of property tax that we can gain from it. And basically it reduces any type of maintenance costs the city may have on that vacated right-of-way, whatever it is. So with that being said, city staff respectfully recommends that you consider approving this right-of-way dedication. Or not dedicated, but vacation, excuse me, correctly. I open any questions you may have about this.
Thanks, Bob. First, thanks, Bob. Anyone want to give testimony on the public hearing? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. Questions for Bob?
Just one quick one, Bob. The 5 houses that are on the other side of that roadway, they all 5 of them signed that petition as well?
Yes.
Okay, good.
There is one petitioner who's, I think, the 6th one, but he lives out of state.
Kind of goes back to the original project. I'm disturbed or disappointed that it's not actually a road back to those 5 units. You can't go back and change that, but
It was set up in 1912.
well, there were 5 homes built there in the last not too many few years back, and we did not require it to be built to a road. But that's in the past, just a criticism of a missed opportunity. Any other questions or comments for Bob? This is the first hearing.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So if their new right-of-way comes up to the edge, or their new property line comes up to the edge of our right-of-way, does the traditional, residents required to sort of maintain the weeds? I mean, there's a lot of weeds in that spot right between the non-road and our right-of-way. Who's responsible for that once this?
The right-of-way the new property line / right-of-way is basically going to go almost up to the paved section.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So that area, basically, they want to enhance it. Right now, they don't have the ability. They don't know.
Right. Is that a waterway? That's not waterway, is it?
It's a drainage channel, but it's non-functioning. I have to talk to Craig about that to see how much we would.
And no parking will stay. That's not going to
no
change.
parking along that anyway.
Thank you.
Other questions? Other questions for Bob? It's like the mute button on Zoom. I have to relearn to turn the mic on and off. How funny. Any more questions for Bob? Hearing none, we will bring this back in a couple weeks or so. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Kristen, City Manager report.
Good evening. So
Good
good to
evening.
see everybody in person. I just have one announcement. I'm so excited to share that Music on the Green starts tomorrow night, 6:30, and the band is Lisa Mann and her Really Good Band. So that's the name. I think they are really good. But it's blues. We would love to see you all down there. Trees will be down there doing packaged dinners if people want to purchase those. They're going to prepare them and bring them on site. And then we'll also have other refreshments available from the Historical Society. Beer and
Cool.
Would that be beer?
Downhill.
yeah. But that's really all I have this evening, unless you have questions for any of the directors that are here.
Awesome. Thanks, Kristen. Questions for Kristen or her team? Wow, that is just getting off too easy. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Kristen. Council announcements. Who on council would like to announce something?
I'll go.
Russell?
Ramen Hood, 24-25. And Corey, when is Cruise In? August 28th. There we go. That's also very
24 and 25 of
September. Sorry. Yep. That's it.
And cruising is,
When he said
I know, but
She
nobody can hear.
interrupted me.
Nobody can hear.
August 28th. Is that right? August 28th. There we go. Yes.
I have it covered.
Very excited for all of that. So excited. Yes.
Renee?
Sure. Cruisin', August 28th. If you're interested in volunteers, we need volunteers. You can contact, go on to the chamber website and sign up. Also related to the chamber, there's been a couple of new businesses that have had their ribbon cutting. So attended the oil stop. It's behind Chevron. It's a concierge oil changing experience. So go check it out. I missed the senior advisory board last week because I was behind in my paid job. So unfortunately, I don't have a report there. And then tomorrow is the Library Advisory Board meeting, so I'll have an update next time. And that is it.
Awesome. Thanks, Renee. Sean?
I'll go ahead. I'll make it quick. So just really wanted to thank Gina and Katie, who are the new members of our Sherwood Cultural Arts Commission. I interviewed them last week. Really excited to have them on board. They're very unique and they are arts people. So both of them come with a very different background and a unique background. Really exciting. They're going to add a lot to it. And we also did one more interview as well. I hope we'll get her added in our next council meeting to get the Cultural Arts Commission back up close to full speed. And then really thank you to everybody else who either is being reappointed or joining a new board. It's really great to have people volunteering their time to help out with our boards and commissions. That's really what makes these tick. So I'll do my quick public service announcement, which I always do. So it is great to be back here in person, and I think really the reason why we're here is because of the vaccines and the ability for us to be able to meet in person again and increase the public health in our community. Washington County has one of the highest vaccination rates in the state of Oregon, so thank you to everybody out there who has gotten their vaccines. And I would just like to encourage people who haven't, if there's some hesitancy, you may not listen to me, you may not listen to anybody else. Please talk to your doctor. The vaccines are safe, they're effective. We have members of our community, particularly our children under the age of 12, who are not able to get vaccinated right now and still run a risk of becoming ill from the Delta COVID variant. And it affects my family personally, and I would really like to avoid people getting needlessly sick. So I'm just asking, please, if you haven't been vaccinated yet and you're hesitant, please talk to your doctor, and please do so. Thank you.
Awesome. Kim?
I did have something and I already forgot it.
Okay, if you think about it, we can come back. Tim?
Just one thing, cruising, August 28th. Don't forget.
Thank you, council. It's great to be back in the building. Great to see everyone's face. It's a little odd, but it's very cool. And as Sean highlighted, it's because we're vaccinated. And, encourage everyone to do it, learn about it if they're not, encourage others if you are and you know people that aren't. And yeah, it's nice. So any announcements on my side? I have a mayor's conference coming up. I've lots of county meetings, mayor's meetings. I'm trying to think anything to highlight. Let's not. We'll just wrap it up. City Council is going to adjourn in a second from here, and we're going to reconvene and finish our work session that we didn't finish before this meeting. So thank you all for being here, and we are adjourned.